if you'll bring up that Palmetto family. Let me read to you something that the president sent me yesterday, and he called me. We had an appointment today. He said, "Hello, Carl. Hope you're well. Calling to ask you and your church to pray for God's intervention in stopping the gambling in South Carolina. As you may know, we're fighting against this. Today in subcommittee, they voted for the casino gambling 3-2. It happens very quickly. There are thousands and thousands of dollars being thrown at this through lobbyists. Who knows who is the legislature who is getting the money. We have only 5 days left in this session this year. It seems like little has been accomplished. I feel almost like it feels like it's been rigged. So I know you care, and your church cares. We're starting to feel like this as a Goliath, and we need a smooth stone. Pray that one can put 1,000 to fly. This is not about opening a $1 billion casino. This is about South Carolina becoming the East Vegas, literally. So please pray for your people, for us, and click on the voter voice. So then he called me later today. I got that yesterday, and it moved very fast today. So, there's a procedure, a committee procedure, and the second vote he got out of committee, and it will be in the House maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. The session is almost over. As you know, South Carolina runs January till June, or June 1st, or sometimes May 15th, and they drag it over till June 1st. But it's right at the end, and we're talking about some really big money that is involved. And I know my son fought that when he, for 7 years, tried to see a bill passed that would make a 3-hour course mandatory, where the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, the Federalist Papers, and the Emancipation Proclamation were taught as a 3-hour course. By God's grace, it was eventually passed. But he wrote the bill for a senator, and the thing that they fought constantly was this. Clemson, USC, all these universities, hey, here's a set of 50-yard line football tickets. They're easily bought, and there's a magnitude of money here that is beyond belief. And as you know, if you've followed any of the states that have brought, so there were 3 gambling bills of one kind or another, what's coming to the House, and they don't know when. Some think it's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know. Nobody knows for sure. But what they've done has been very stealthy, and they said, oh, it's not going to happen anytime soon. Then all of a sudden, bingo, it's right out in front of us. And so it largely depends on a few churches, about 3 churches like us, that will do something. Now, as the general rule, they will tell you, a legislator, that one call, one email represents 1,000 constituents. So if you're live streaming, you can take your telephone and you can put it up against the TV, and you can get that what you need, or you can go to palmettofamily.org. This is the easiest way when you pull up that app, and feel free to take out your phones right now. I mean, we literally need everyone in this room if they're able. And you don't do it as a couple, you do it individually. Literally before you go to bed, so that when they wake up in the morning, so that if it's on the floor, and I'll tell you it's sad, and that it's largely Republicans, even in this county that we live in, that are driving the ship. And it's disastrous when casinos come. They bring an initial super amount of revenue to the state, but with time it brings prostitution, the mafia, drug abuse, and the states that have legalized casinos, many of them deeply regret it. But we're not talking about some small casino. We're talking about an East Coast Las Vegas. And South Carolina, as you probably have been following, is cited to grow. In fact, there's a lot of consternation up in the House and the Senate over how many people we actually have now in South Carolina. Some are saying that we're now at 5 million people. And they projected recently that South Carolina is going to grow to 13 million people in the next decade. And so they're thinking about revenue, they're thinking about all kinds of different things. And so scan it, or go to palmettofamily.org. If you scan it, what it does is you type in your name, your zip code, there's your representative. It's real easy science. And you can write a note, please do not pass the gambling bill. I'm watching what you'll do. Something in your own words that is not slanderous, hateful, but representative of the Christian worldview and morality, because this is a moral issue that's walked in the front door of our state. And it will be disastrous, absolutely disastrous, if it's passed. So keep that in mind. You're good people. They recognize this church actually made the difference on the heartbeat bill. It was just a Wednesday night service that did it. And so I don't know how many will respond tonight, but if it's out on the floor tomorrow and they vote on it, and some people think they're going to do that, and they don't get any response, it will probably pass. But if 500 people respond, it may indeed fail. So we want to pray for that at the end during our time together, okay?